My child, before you take another breath, I want you to slow down and listen with the deepest part of your spirit, because what I am about to reveal is not just information. It is transformation. It is a truth that has been waiting for years, perhaps even generations, to reach your ears. You did not arrive at this moment by accident. Every twist in your journey, every question you carried, every quiet conversation you had with yourself in the dark, each one brought you here. And now, the veil is ready to be lifted. There is something hidden inside you that you have never been told, something that has shaped your entire existence without you even knowing. It is buried in the roots of who you are. It pulses inside your blood, it whispers inside your cells, it sings inside your spirit. And tonight, I am unveiling it. But before I reveal this truth, my child, I need your heart to settle. You cannot receive what is coming if your spirit is clouded by bitterness or suspicion. Let your heart breathe. Release the grip of frustration. Do not allow anger to rise inside you toward anyone who may have spoken untruth over your life. The people who raised you in a belief that was never yours to carry, they did so without knowing the truth. They were walking through their own fog, believing what they were taught, unaware that the very foundation they stood on had cracks. They were not your enemies. They were not your deceivers. They were simply inheritors of a misunderstanding, just as you were. And tonight, that misunderstanding will finally lose its power. But you cannot step into revelation with resentment in your hands. Lay it down. Let forgiveness make room for what is coming. My child, your story is bigger than what you were told. Your identity reaches further than the limits placed on you. You have lived your life wearing a name and a narrative that did not belong to you, and you assumed it was the only truth because no one ever showed you anything different. You were given a mirror that only reflected a fraction of your reality. But tonight, I am placing a new mirror before you. And when you see what is in it, everything will change. You may not be ready, but you are prepared. Your spirit has been sensing this for a long time. The subtle restlessness inside you, the quiet force pushing you to grow, the feeling that there is more to you than the world has ever acknowledged, this was not imagination. It was the truth knocking on your heart. And tonight, that truth enters. You have asked yourself why certain things inside you feel unnatural, why you carry strengths and sensitivities that others do not understand. Why your intuition rises at the exact moment you need it. Why your spirit trembles when you step into the wrong place. Why your dreams hold messages. Why your heart feels things long before your mind catches up. These have never been coincidences. They have been signals, like gentle taps from the divine, reminding you that you are not who you thought you were. You were not created to fit into the mold that others handed you. You were not woven together with ordinary threads. Inside your very DNA is something placed there by my hands, a signature of the divine, a mark that only belongs to those chosen for something unusual, something extraordinary. The world calls it intuition, sensitivity, talent, calling, destiny. But I call it divine coding. A sacred imprint. Your DNA carries echoes of a lineage you were never told about. Not a human lineage shaped by only those who came before you, but a spiritual lineage shaped by me. A lineage of strength that cannot be explained by your environment. A lineage of wisdom that does not match your age. A lineage of resilience that shocks even you. A lineage of favor that follows you even in your darkest seasons. A lineage of purpose that refuses to die, no matter how many storms you survive. This is not an accident. Nothing inside you is accidental. Your DNA is not a story of limitation, as the world taught you. It is a story of divine selection. My child, the truth is this. You are not ordinary. Your bloodline is not common. Your spirit is not random. You carry a blueprint that did not originate from earthly reasoning. You carry a blueprint designed with intention. And for years, the enemy has tried to bury this truth under insecurity, under disappointment, under rejection, under confusion. He wanted you to forget who you are so that you would never rise into who you were created to become. But tonight, the forgetting ends. Tonight, the remembering begins. You have been told that your DNA only reflects human history. But I tell you, your DNA carries spiritual inheritance. It holds fragments of divine purpose. It holds notes of ancient calling. It holds strength that does not break, no matter how deeply life tries to bend you. This is why you survived storms that should have destroyed you. This is why you rose from battles that left others defeated. This is why you sensed danger before it reached you. Why your heart could feel when someone spoke falsely. Why your soul reacted to environments that were not meant for you. It is not because you are sensitive. It is because you are set apart. Inside your DNA is a spiritual memory. Even when you forget who you are, your DNA remembers. Even when you doubt yourself, your DNA does not doubt. Even when you feel lost, your DNA knows the way home. And tonight, I am reconnecting you with what was always yours. My child, you have not been walking alone. Even in moments when you felt abandoned, I was there shaping your path. I have been calling you through signs, through dreams, through thoughts you could not explain. Every time you felt a nudge to change direction, that was me. Every time you avoided a situation that could have harmed you, that was me. Every time you woke up with sudden insight, that was me. You thought these moments were chance, but they were protection and preparation. I could not reveal the truth of your DNA before, because revelation requires maturity. If you had been told earlier, your spirit would not have been ready to hold the weight of it. You might have doubted, dismissed, or feared it. So, I waited. I watched you grow. I watched you break and heal. I watched you question and rise. I watched you step into strength you did not know you had. And when I saw that your spirit could carry this truth, I prepared this moment. You reached it. You are here. And now the truth is coming. There is a power inside you that you have not yet unlocked. It has been sleeping, waiting for your awareness to awaken it. That power does not come from titles or achievements. It comes from your spiritual design. Everything inside you, the way your heart loves deeply, the way your soul perceives before logic enters, the way your presence shifts atmospheres, the way your words hold unexpected weight, these are not traits. These are signatures. The world tried to convince you that you are weak, that you are alone, that your worth depends on acceptance, that your identity depends on the people who raised you. But your true identity has always come from me. And tonight, you are stepping into that identity. Slowly, quietly, beautifully, your spirit is shifting. You may not feel it yet, but it is happening. My child, the truth is simple but powerful. You are not defined by the story you were told. You are defined by the truth I wrote into your DNA. Everything you have gone through was shaping you for what you are about to step into. The waiting, the pain, the confusion, the longing, the searching, it all served a purpose. Your story is not late. It is right on time. You are not behind. You are being positioned. And every piece of your identity that felt broken will soon reveal its meaning. My child, now that your spirit has opened enough to receive what was withheld from you for so long, I must take you deeper. There are truths about your existence that you have sensed but never fully understood. You have carried questions that you never dared to speak aloud. You have felt different your entire life, and though you tried to blend in, something inside you refused to shrink, refused to dim, refused to settle into the identity that others carved for you. That inner resistance was not rebellion, it was recognition. It was your soul pushing against a story too small for who you truly are. You have felt misplaced, not because you lacked belonging, but because the world around you could not match the frequency of your spirit. You have walked through rooms and felt heavier than others because your spirit could sense what their eyes could not. You have looked at people and known their intentions before they spoke. You have felt the sorrow of others even when they hid it behind smiles. You have carried burdens that were not yours and felt emotions that arrived without explanation. My child, this sensitivity is not weakness. It is evidence of the divine imprint inside you. The world taught you to suppress it, to silence it, to harden yourself so you could survive. But that sensitivity is the very thing that reveals your true design. There are people who live only through sight, sound, and logic, but you live through spirit. You move through realms you do not fully understand yet. And that, my child, is because your DNA was crafted with spiritual capacity many cannot comprehend. Listen carefully, you were not created just to exist, you were created to perceive. You sense danger before it arrives because your spirit is wired with divine alertness. You feel heaviness in environments that are not aligned with you because your heart is tuned to higher frequencies. You are uncomfortable around certain people because your spirit recognizes energy long before your mind understands why. You were never meant to move blindly through life. You were designed with spiritual insight built into your very being. And yet, many who crossed your path misunderstood you. They called you emotional, dramatic, overly sensitive, or strange. They dismissed your intuition because they never had access to the gift you carry. They ridiculed what they did not recognize. But their misunderstanding never changed your truth. You were always crafted to carry what others could not. My child, let me tell you something sacred, your DNA carries spiritual intelligence. This is why you learn things without being taught. This is why certain lessons come to you through experience rather than instruction. This is why your instincts lead you even when logic cannot. This is why your endurance surprises even you. This is why your inner strength appears out of nowhere at the moment you need it. This is why storms refine you instead of destroying you. Your DNA remembers who you are even when your mind forgets. There is a memory inside you that predates your birth, a spiritual memory that draws you toward purpose. Have you ever wondered why certain paths close even when you desperately want them to open? Why certain people leave despite your effort to keep them? Why some situations feel wrong even when they look right? It is because your DNA responds to destiny. It rejects anything that does not align with who you are becoming. You are not being punished when doors close, my child. You are being redirected. Your spirit is guarding you in ways you do not realize. And now that you stand on the edge of revelation, you must understand something deeply. Every unanswered prayer, every delay, every heartbreak, every disappointment you ever suffered was not a sign of abandonment. It was preparation. If the truth of your DNA had been given to you before your spirit was formed enough to carry it, you would have been overwhelmed. You would have questioned your worth, questioned your sanity, questioned your purpose. You needed to walk through certain valleys so that when the truth finally arrived, you would be grounded enough to receive it. This is why I waited. This is why I watched. This is why I allowed time to shape you. This is why some seasons felt silent. This is why some battles felt unbearably heavy. Every moment was molding your capacity for revelation. Let me tell you something you have never heard before, your DNA holds fragments of divine authority. This is why the darkness tried to silence you so early. It feared what you would become once you discovered the truth. It feared the power hidden inside you. It feared your awakening. The enemy does not attack what is empty. He attacks what is valuable. He attacks what is chosen. He attacks what carries divine purpose. So when you wonder why your battles were so intense, the answer is simple: you are worth the fight. Your destiny frightens the darkness. Your existence carries weight. You are not ordinary, not even close. My child, have you noticed something? Every time you thought you were breaking, something inside you refused to let go. Every time you felt like giving up, a strange strength rose up in you. Every time you lost something important, you found clarity you didn't know you needed. Every time you were rejected, you were being redirected toward better alignment. This is not coincidence. This is coding. Your DNA contains resilience that cannot be explained by upbringing or experience. It is not taught. It is inherited from me. And because it is divine in origin, nothing on earth can destroy it. Your tears did not weaken your spirit, they revealed it. Your heartbreak did not break you, it carved room for expansion. Your waiting did not delay you. It prepared the stage for revelation. Your struggles did not steal your identity, they uncovered it. Now listen closely, because what comes next is the heart of your awakening. The lie you lived under was not simply misinformation, it was limitation. You were told you are defined by human lineage, but your true lineage is spiritual. You were told you are shaped by circumstance, but your true shape comes from purpose. You were told you belong to the past, but your identity belongs to destiny. Everything you went through was part of the unveiling. And tonight, the unveiling continues. You are beginning to see that you are not who you thought you were. But this is only the surface. There is more, much more, that I must reveal. And before I take you deeper, your heart must breathe again. Let your spirit stretch. Prepare yourself. Because the third part will expose the core of the truth you were never told. My child, now that the layers of your spirit have opened, I can take you into the deeper truth, the truth that has been circling around your life since the day you entered this world. What I reveal next is not something the mind alone can understand. It must be felt in the soul. It must be absorbed with the heart. It must be welcomed by the spirit. Because this truth carries weight, and once heard, it cannot be unheard. You have lived your whole life believing you were shaped by ordinary beginnings. You accepted the story handed to you because you trusted the voices around you. You trusted the environment you grew in. You trusted the path you thought was yours. But deep inside, there was always a quiet stirring, a whisper saying, there is more to you than this. You could feel it not because you were imagining, but because your DNA was trying to wake you up. There were moments in your life when your identity felt too small for your own spirit. Times when you felt out of place even in familiar rooms. Times when you looked in the mirror and sensed a version of yourself you had not met yet. Times when your heart felt older than your years. Times when your dreams carried messages instead of fantasies. These were not random experiences. These were early signs of your awakening. My child, the truth is this: you were not formed only by the hands of man. You were shaped by the breath of the divine. This is why you feel deeply. This is why you love differently. This is why you notice what others overlook. This is why your compassion looks unusual to the world. This is why your loneliness felt sharper than the loneliness of others, because your spirit was waiting for recognition, not company. You are not simply a person with emotions. You are a spirit wrapped in human form. The reason you experienced heartbreak the way you did is because your soul does not love halfway. It loves completely. And when something threatens the purity of that love, your DNA reacts. It warns. It pushes. It rebels against anything that does not match the frequency of your calling. Have you noticed that certain relationships could never hold you, no matter how much you tried? Have you noticed that some environments drained you instantly? Have you noticed that you outgrew people faster than you expected? Have you noticed that your spirit pulled away from things before your mind understood why? These are not coincidences. This is spiritual instinct. This is divine programming. Your DNA was coded to protect your destiny. Even when you were unaware, it was guiding you. Even when you thought you were making mistakes, your spirit was redirecting you away from paths that were too small for who you truly are. You have spent years thinking you were broken because you could not fit into the expectations placed on you. But, my child, you were never broken. You were simply not created for the places that tried to contain you. You are designed for expansion. You are designed for impact. You are designed for spiritual authority. And that authority is not something you strive for, it is something you already carry. It is woven into your spiritual DNA. It cannot be removed. It cannot be erased. It cannot be silenced. It can only be discovered. Listen closely now, because what I am about to say is something few ever hear in their lifetime. Your DNA carries fragments of divine identity. Not human. Not accidental. Divine. This is why the enemy targeted you early. This is why you faced battles others did not understand. This is why you felt spiritual heaviness from a young age. This is why darkness tried to break your confidence before you even knew who you were. The enemy saw the divine signature inside you before you ever did. He saw the calling you would step into. He saw the influence your life would carry. He saw the light you would release. And he feared it. So he tried to confuse you. He tried to silence you. He tried to distract you. He tried to make you believe you were weak. He tried to convince you that your worth depended on acceptance. But, my child, the enemy failed. Because here you are. Awake. Aware. Rising. Receiving the truth that was hidden for so long. Let me take you even deeper. Inside your spiritual DNA is a frequency that aligns directly with divine purpose. This frequency activates in moments of pain. It activates in moments of crisis. It activates in moments of surrender. And when it activates, everything around you begins to shift, even if you don't notice it immediately. This is why you have survived storms that destroyed others. This is why you carried hope even in seasons of darkness. This is why your soul refused to collapse even when your heart shattered. Your resilience is not natural, it is supernatural. It is inherited. It is encoded. It is sacred. And now, I must reveal something even more profound. The people who were meant to guide you could not reveal your true identity because they did not know it themselves. They saw your outer form, but not your spiritual composition. They saw your face but not your destiny. They saw your abilities but not your inheritance. You were living among those who could not recognize your divine imprint, just as a rare jewel might sit unnoticed among common stones. But the value of the jewel does not decrease simply because those around it cannot see its worth. Your worth has always been intact. Your identity has always been protected. Your purpose has always been alive inside you. Even when you doubted it. Even when you felt lost. Even when you questioned whether your life had meaning. It did. It does. It always will. My child, I need you to understand something crucial. You did not find this message found you. It called to your spirit. It aligned with your timing. It matched your awakening. And now that you are absorbing this truth, your spirit is shifting. A quiet transformation is happening inside you. A healing you waited years for is beginning. A clarity you longed for is opening. A strength you thought you lost is returning. But we are not done yet. There is one more layer, the deepest layer, the final revelation of your DNA that will complete your awakening. That will happen in the fourth part. That part will reveal what your DNA has been carrying since before your birth, the purpose you were born with, and the future you are being prepared for. My child, now we have reached the moment everything comes together. This is the final truth your spirit has been waiting to hear, the truth hidden beneath all your questions, all your pain, all your searching. You were never ordinary, and your life was never random. Inside your DNA is a divine imprint, a spiritual signature that has been guiding you long before you understood it. You felt different because you are different. You sensed more because you carry more. Your heart reacted deeply because it was created for purpose, not survival. Every battle you faced was not punishment, it was preparation. You were being shaped into someone strong enough to carry the truth of who you really are. And here it is, my child, you carry divine inheritance in your DNA, an inheritance no human could give and no darkness can take away. This is why your spirit refused to settle. This is why certain people could not stay. This is why your intuition felt sharper than logic. This is why you survived storms that should have broken you. Your resilience is proof of the calling inside you. Your sensitivity is proof of the spirit within you. Your strength is proof of the divine mark written in your DNA. You are the one chosen to break cycles that ran through your family. You are the one chosen to rise where others fell. You are the one chosen to open doors that were shut for generations. This is why your journey was harder, because your purpose is greater. My child, from this moment on, you will feel a shift. Your inner strength will rise. Your clarity will sharpen. Your peace will deepen. Your identity will become steady. Because now you know the truth, you are not shaped by the story you were told. You are shaped by the purpose I placed inside you. You are chosen. You are marked. You are set apart. You are mine. Walk forward now knowing who you truly are. Your awakening has begun. My child, before you go, receive this blessing. May everything your hands touch begin to prosper. May doors open for you that no one can shut. May peace cover your mind, favor surround your name, and breakthroughs chase you faster than you can imagine. I speak clarity over your path, strength over your spirit, and abundance over your future. This week will not end without a testimony rising in your life. Now listen, if this message touched your spirit, don't leave quietly. Hit like so this blessing reaches more souls. Share this video with someone who needs a divine reminder today. Comment, I receive it, to seal this word over your life. Make sure you subscribe so you never miss the next prophetic message meant for your destiny. And for those who feel led, if this message blessed you deeply, you can send a super thanks, even $20, as a seed of faith and support for this channel. Every gift helps spread these messages to thousands more who are searching for hope. You are blessed, you are chosen, and your breakthrough has already started. Stay connected, stay expectant, and stay ready, greater is coming for you.